You have selected Shuffle.
Welcome to the ShufflePod. I'm Woody.
See, I'm George.
And I'm DJ.
Now, we just tried something a little bit different here a second ago where George said, the welcome to the ShufflePod, I'm George. And I was fine with it. I rolled with it. DJ just couldn't get a handle on it.
It threw me off
fucking
so
handle that.
bad that I couldn't even focus.
You know what
was,
else
like,
I can't
stunned.
handle? This fucking shirt you're wearing.
Oh,
What does that say?
It says
Woody.
Team.
It says Team Groom.
Oh, that's from my
it's got
bachelor
a
party.
Team Groom.
Yeah, it's got a big mustache on it. Wore this.
Yeah.
Last time I wore this was DJ's bachelor party. So I'm kind of trying to relive the glory days.
Remember Daryl's?
And
What? What about Daryl's?
Daryl's shirt was so tight. Remember?
Oh yeah.
that does it smell like DJ?
I made him sleep with it, so yes, it does.
He sprayed his body with Jacquard Noir, so he smells like middle school.
Oh my god, I haven't thought of Jacquard Noir in like 20 years.
It
Do they
smells
still
like middle
smell that
school.
stuff?
The first time we had sex. I don't know, but we should buy it and give it to people as a prize.
Yeah,
That
that'd
would
be
be
nice.
great. God, I spent so much money on that stuff when I was a teenager.
I used to bathe in that.
Oh.
That and Gravity was the other scent that I would wear.
I had
because
Pierre Cardin.
I was just gonna say that's the one I had too. Yeah.
and Polo.
Yeah.
now my yaya, that's grandma in Greek,
Mm-hmm.
purchased my brother and I some English leather, and I was like, "What are we, 80?" And then she bought us Stetson, and it had a cowboy, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I mean, it smelled like bug spray.
The English
Yeah.
leather
It was
did
bad.
it come in a bottle that looked like a car? Because I think that's the stuff I used to get for my father for Father's Day.
They did have those, but she bought us like the English leather aftershave and then the English leather cologne. Problem was, neither one of us shaved.
Right.
And so I think Jim might have stopped bathing and just wore English leather. He always smelled like musk, and he
That
would
stuff is awful.
he like reeked of cedar because my mom bought us these little cedar things that we'd put in our drawers. He reeked of cedar and musk of English leather, and he was just like, he would be like, at that point in time he was a staunch Republican, and he would yell about Reaganomics when he was a child. It was great.
Watched a lot of Family Ties with Alex.
Oh, he
Alex P.
did.
Keaton.
Well, he was like, Michael P. Keaton, Michael P. Keaton, Alex P. Keaton for president. He had the shirt and everything.
That's fantastic. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's where I got the idea of those. Like when your children were born, I bought you the Build-A-Bears with the "I Love My Uncle Woody" in it. Well,
Yes, sir.
from that show, Family Ties, when Mallory.
Oh
had
my
her
god,
kid,
I remember that.
she got this little stuffed animal, and it was like, "I love my Uncle Alex." So that's where I got that idea from.
Oh, nice.
I do remember that in the show.
Mr. fucking unoriginal.
Yep.
Now I know. So what's up, boys? What'd you guys do this weekend?
I did a lot of research, is what I did. A lot of research on the Hollow Earth.
Nice. And for those of you that need a surprise, DJ's hungover again.
Yeah.
So we're going to have an intervention.
I had a wedding last night.
There's always an
It doesn't
excuse.
mean you have to drink.
Yeah.
It
There's
does,
always
though.
an excuse. It was a day that ended in a Y, And you hurt your knee, I hear.
Hurt your
I don't
knee.
know what I did to it though. It's sore and it's swollen, but I didn't do anything to it.
Well, what is the one thing you did differently?
Oh, I danced.
That could be it there.
Oh, yeah.
John Travolta.
I am not a dancer, and I was cutting
Yeah, I was
a
going to say.
rug.
What about you, George?
All right, so what do we... Ah, shit. Yesterday I was a complete vegetable and, well, more like a potato. So I sat on the couch and I watched football all day.
Go blue.
Took allergy pills and just kind of by 10:30 was so tired from Benadryl and stuff like that because my allergies were acting up. I went to bed.
Yeah, that stuff
wow.
makes
That's about
you
it.
really tired.
I played a shit ton of guitar, though, especially when I had that Benadryl buzz going. I just played comfortably numb the entire time, So,
Well, did either of you do any research on this Hollow Earth topic?
Yeah.
maybe a little bit.
I may have dabbled.
Yeah. Well, who wants to kick this off?
Surely not me.
All right, let me. Go ahead, DJ.
I'll do it.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. The whole Hollow Earth legend, I guess. What conspiracy? Nutcase conspiracy. Let's call it that. Let's call it.
Oh, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to call it automatically a nut job conspiracy.
Well, most
we know where his stance is.
Right.
Well, the whole thing is derived from there's either a hole in the top of the earth, the bottom of the earth, or both. You hear all these different things. But one of the videos I watched on it opened up with, "Now, I know a lot of you are thinking, the earth is flat. Well, hold on. For this exercise, you have to pretend it's round." And I lost it.
Well, I admire that. He's actually saying the earth is probably flat.
Right.
And I'm going to give you some kind of crazy, fucked up excuse.
Right. I mean, I was
Just
right off the bat.
What it is, he's playing to his audience. I mean, he knows who his audience that's watching this is.
Yes. That video, he's talking about how the center of the earth is almost like a sun.
Right.
It's its own energy source. And what I'm confused about, the graphic it was showing made it look like there was, if you go through the hole in the earth, you will actually encounter another land mass. Like the whole inside of the earth is inside of the outer part of the earth. But
Filled with docile lizard people.
it could be. This said it was filled with millions, I believe it said, of like superhumans that are almost like gods. But what I didn't get was if the center is a like a sun, like an energy source, then would the land be the polar opposite of our land? Like if somebody's standing on the hollow earth, would their feet be like opposite of my feet? I don't mean to blow your mind, George. I don't mean like in Australia, but
That's what I was just thinking. Like, so you're saying Hollow Earth is Australia?
Yes.
That's it.
Okay, there's two different opposing kind of things on this. One is there's another Earth inside our Earth, so it's a ball inside a ball.
yes.
Okay, then there's one there's the core, the Earth's core is like the sun, and they're on the inside of the ball of
Like
of
a
our-
Dyson sphere.
Right. So that's how they get all their their sunlight is from the Earth's core. Okay.
All right.
So yeah, their feet would be opposite of our feet. Then
So they're always upside down.
Yes.
to us, right? Okay. Now then there's
Well, wait,
another
Would it
theory.
be upside down to them? Woody, hold on here. Would they be upside down though? For
It's
No,
all in
because
perspective.
here's how they get away with it. They say gravity isn't generated from the center of the earth. The gravity's from the crust and the mantle of the earth. So if the center of gravity is in the crust, then whoever's feet would be on the top or bottom of it would be facing up.
here's the deal, boys. You guys are probably both going to blow my mind because I'm going to admit something.
Okay.
I'm still not convinced that people in Australia aren't upside
I know
down.
you're not.
Okay? I swear to God, I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, there is no fucking way they're standing up right side up.
Oh my God.
No way.
Okay. So here's the thing.
I love this so much.
You know that George, listen to me here. You know that experiment where they're always saying the reason why our feet are always pointing towards the center of the earth and what keeps us down on the earth. They always use that experiment with the bucket, and they put the water in the bucket, and then they spin the bucket around them, and the water is pushed out to... What the hell is DJ doing?
I'm visiting Australia.
Oh, he's going upside
He's
down.
such an asshole.
Sorry.
Okay, so George, you know that the experiment where they get the bucket, and they put the water in it, then they tie a rope to the handle of the bucket, and then they spin it around themselves, and the water stays in the bucket, and they're saying, well, that's just like that. That's why our feet are pushing down to the ground. It's the exact opposite. Now that would work if we were on the inside of the sphere. That experiment would prove everything's pushing outward. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. If you stop that bucket at its highest pinnacle, what happens to the water?
It falls down.
Why? Because it's upside down.
Right.
Yeah, because the force
Okay.
isn't acting on it anymore.
And people are upside down.
Okay, so let me rephrase this. DJ, you know that experiment?
Yes, I understand. Woody.
How does that prove gravity? It's proving like centripetal motion. So it would prove that like if something's spinning, like the Earth is spinning, it would be pushing us out.
I would believe that if the Earth was spinning north to south, it spins east to west, right?
Yeah, side either east to west or
It's
west
at
to
an
east. I can't
angle.
think right
It's at like 23-degree angle.
now. No, but
And-
Okay.
but it's on an
But
angle.
they are
but it
always
spins on
upside
the
down.
equator.
They are always upside down, spinning.
Yeah.
So they're upside down.
No, what
I
causes
swear to God,
our
I cannot
gravity?
wrap my goddamn mind around it. What you need to do is you need to get your Australian family, and they're going to come on, DJ, and they're going to be like, yeah, this is the first time in our lives we don't have headaches because the blood's rushed to our head in our homeland.
Woody, what causes our gravity isn't the spin. It's the faster rotation of the core.
It's
No,
the magnetrons
no.
that the lizard people have in the center of the core.
faster
down.
rotation of the core. That's our magnetic field. That's not gravity.
No, that's what causes our center of gravity. The center of gravity for Earth is the center of the Earth. So it's the big solid iron ball inside
Right.
the molten iron ball that are spinning at different rotations. That does cause the magnetic field, but
But that has
it's
nothing to
also
do
the
with
center
gravity.
of gravity. Yes, it is.
The
'Cause it's
gravity
heaviest
is
point.
supposedly the gravity is caused by the mass of the Earth.
Yes, well,
So
that
it's
is the
pulling
heaviest part,
us
though.
towards it.
That's the
Okay.
heaviest part.
So how? But so why do they constantly use that centripetal force to explain that? Because that would be the opposite. It would be like
Yeah,
the Earth spinning, and it
I
would
don't
be
get
throwing us
that.
off.
I don't really hear that
So
the
my
centripetal
thing
force is what.
Is a lot of people think that we are actually inside the hollow Earth.
What?
That we are inside
what?
the hollow Earth. You know, it's a
where's
lot
the
like
outside?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a barren rock that everything is contained within our sphere, and that would prove that would make sense for that experiment where you're spinning things around and it's getting pushed out. So what we're standing on would be convex or which one's concave? It'd be we're standing on the concave as opposed to the convex, and as it's
I see
spinning,
what you
it's
mean, but
pushing us out.
The spinning isn't what causes our gravity, though. That's what I'm saying. The center of the
I
Earth,
realize
the
that.
mass, is what causes our gravity. So, the spinning isn't fast enough to throw us off the Earth. That's all. If it was faster, it'd throw us off.
Yeah, gravity is just the one thing that I can't wrap my brain around. Like why? Yeah, like the mass of the sun keeps the planets in orbit because it's so gigantic. But then why doesn't that affect the people on Earth?
It does.
And why doesn't the sun just suck the planets into itself
All right.
if there's
Right,
Think of
all
exactly.
this gravity?
So,
Think of this. Think of a trampoline. Okay? That's
Okay.
outer space.
A bouncing flat plane of death,
Yes. It's exactly
like
what
the
it is.
Earth.
And take a bowling ball would be the sun, and it bends the trampoline.
Right.
It
Okay.
bends space-time, and that is gravity. The pushing down motion of space-time is gravity.
And so, but what I'm saying is if you took, you got that bowling ball in the middle. If you took softballs and rolled it around the outside, it's gonna spin its way into the sun, into
Yeah.
the bowling
Yep,
ball.
like the coins at Chuck E. Cheese, where you drop them, they
right.
But it's a lot
the
bigger
sun will
scale.
eat us someday.
You know the coins at Chuck E. Cheese? You know the ones... How many times do they go around before they get sucked in? Dozens,
A
right?
lot.
Yeah. It's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's the same thing out there. But it's on a much bigger scale. So everything is moving a little bit. Very,
But
very
the
little.
thing is if you listen to scientists, they say that the universe is expanding, not contracting, and the sun's not a black hole. So in certain way, we're getting farther from the sun,
No.
correct?
No, he's right.
No, it's expanding. We're always getting farther away from... The farther something is, the faster we're moving away from it. So if you're looking at a galaxy that's 4 billion light years away, We're moving away from that.
That's 4 years, guys, for the listeners if they don't know that.
Oh my God.
4 billion.
4 billion years.
Or 4 years. 'Cause
Okay, so Hollow Earth.
I gotta dumb it down a little bit. You guys are really nerding it up here. No, so here's the thing. So Woody, you're saying possibly we are inside the Hollow Earth, and the only thing that we can see
No, I'm just
is
saying.
now. How do we explain stars and the
That's
universe
where I
and
was
all
about
this
to
other
go with
stuff?
I mean, that it's all within it. It's just not as far away. I don't honestly believe that, but that's the theory, is that things are farther, they're close, a lot closer than what, and a lot smaller than what we believe.
That's also flat Earth.
That's
the
also
same
flat Earth,
thing.
right.
They say the sun and the moon are the same size.
Right. So
Yeah, that's crazy. I just saw the eclipse, though, so maybe it is the same size. Yeah. I mean, I can see how people think that because the moon was the same size as the sun. And here's the thing. So now I'm kind of like sitting here thinking, boys, what if the whole universe is the outer and the inner Earth is Earth as this little rock, and the whole universe that we can see is the inside? I don't know. We've never traveled that far. That's the thing that's scary.
But that wouldn't make any difference to what we know now. Like we're
What
still
if the whole universe,
standing on a ball.
What if the whole universe is like a giant snow globe?
Could be. A lot of people think it is a
bitch.
bubble. So,
Yeah.
but we don't know if we're on the
dirty
outside of the
bastards.
bubble or the inside of the bubble. It appears that we're on the outside of the bubble.
A lot of people that hope for like wormhole travel and things like that, that's what they're basing their opinions on, because it's like we're on the outside of a balloon, and the shortest distance between 2 points isn't going to be around the outside of the balloon.
It's straight.
It's going to be right straight through, and that's the whole wormhole theory.
Yeah.
Now, what is that? What SETI? Is that am I saying that right? Is that what they're working on?
No, they're just working on.
I heard they have.
They're trying to they're just trying to prove that there's intelligent life out there for listening to like radio waves and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and they have like the largest magnets, the most powerful magnets ever under the earth right now. And I don't understand why they're doing that.
I don't know about that.
Don't know anything about that.
No.
guys
The
have yet
look
to
on
prove
George's
anything
face
to
right
me.
now is just, I'm smarter than you bitches.
Boys, we got a lot to talk about.
SETI would be a great
okay.
topic, actually. A fantastic topic.
Yes,
We should do that.
Absolutely. And we'll probably end up dead after we talk about it. But I'm willing to do that for the Shuffle Podders, for the podophiles out there.
Yeah, the whole thing that cracked me up with the Hollow Earth thing was DJ's right. Everything that you like watch all your videos on, they're like, I'm not saying I believe this, but this is the theory. And it's almost so crackpot that
They don't even want to admit it.
Right.
Woody, give me your theory that you did a ton of research on this.
Well, I mean,
Let's hear it.
okay. So I don't believe that we're on the inside of the Hollow Earth theory.
Didn't he just say that's how all the conspiracy theorists start their thing? I think he does believe it,
Yes.
and he just wants to say he doesn't.
No,
Because he doesn't want us to be like, dude, that dude's nuts.
Go ahead.
No,
man, sorry.
but did you start hearing like this? Like all those the diary of Admiral Richard Byrd.
Yes.
And Anne Frank.
Yes, yeah. She was his co-pilot, and
Jesus, take the wheel.
But like, so he flew over the North and South Poles. Supposedly, was the first man to fly over both poles, and he never said, like, there is no recorded thing of him saying, "Oh yeah, there was giant holes and I flew down in them" and stuff like that. This whole thing where his diary came out after his death. And it was like the secret lost diary of Admiral Richard Byrd. So obviously somebody else wrote it. Basically what it was saying was that like he was flying over the South Pole and saw the big hole and went in, and then was like met by flying saucers with Nazi symbols on it.
Now it all makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
It just sounds like propaganda.
Well, the people that are supposed to be inside the Hollow Earth are supposed to be like a race, like an Aryan race of like tall, blonde hair, blue eyed, beautiful people that
Hessian soldiers.
That like it's this utopian
Dolph
society.
Lundgren is from there.
He is. He's the one who escaped a wormhole, beat the fuck out of Rocky, and then Rocky ultimately ended up killing him because he killed Apollo. If he dies, he dies. Yep. It all makes sense now.
What was the bird? It was like a seagull. That's the one that people point to because it's the one bird that flies north.
Yeah, it's I can't remember the name of it. It's just a little white bird with a black chest.
It's some kind of gull.
Yeah, well, maybe I can't remember.
Yeah,
but yeah, they don't know where it mates at, like its mating grounds
right,
and
and
nesting grounds and that.
it's not built for cold weather.
Right,
and it flies north, lays its eggs, and they return the next season. So people say that those birds fly up into the hole where it's warmer in there, and it's like a whole landmass with green grass and everything. The theory is that they fly up there through the hole, reproduce, have their offspring, and then come back. Which
right,
that sounds legit.
Right? Yeah, you're getting this information from flat earthers and other conspiracy theorists,
Crazy people.
Right. People. So you don't know how true any of that is.
All right, but okay, so
yes, I do. It's not true. I know exactly how true that is.
But
yeah, that's a lot of truth there.
A lot of the people think that that like Hitler, when he was never killed. He escaped Germany, went to Argentina, then from Argentina down to the South Pole and to this inner Earth, and
You're hooking me. You're hooking me.
Then supposedly right after World War II, we sent like an insane fleet, like 43,000 soldiers, aircraft carrier, 80 planes, all these support ships down to the South Pole to explore the South Pole.
Okay. And there's also
and really
theories.
What people are thinking is we actually went down there to find Hitler and get rid of him and finish him off.
I hear a couple of different theories about Antarctica. I heard that, like, in Obama's final days, they sent John Kerry down there because there's either an alien base down there or there is the hole for Hollow Earth.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Why would they send John Kerry?
He's our, what he is, Secretary of State. He was.
So you gave him ketchup.
Yeah, and he gave him lots of ketchup. I think that's 2 shows in a row, maybe, that we referenced John Kerry and Heinz.
Hashtag Heinz Mogul. But here's the thing. So we're aware of this hole. Is that the reported holes in Antarctica that they're talking about, and Siberia and stuff?
Siberia is different. That's up north. It's just north of Russia. Well, it's part of Russia, I guess. We're talking is south. This is the South Pole. And like when I was talking about that race that lives there, that's more or less what the like people that support this theory, they're thinking that Hitler wasn't trying to create a race of blonde hair, blue eyed super soldiers. He was trying to emulate that culture. Okay, and that's where he got like the symbol of the swastika from, and calling it like the Aryan Nation and things like that. Like these people were they were head and shoulders more above us as far as evolution, and so he was trying to emulate that.
I see.
So okay, let me see if I can rethink this here. People are saying that Hitler had evidence of these beings, okay, and wanted to create a race in their own image. Is that?
Yeah, that's what it
He
sounds
wanted
like.
to emulate like them. Wanted to almost like he saw what the next evolution of man could be in this race of beings, and was like, okay, this is what I think the outside world should look like.
Okay.
Is that also why
he
he pushed so hard for like underground structures and stuff?
Yeah. Everything he had was underground and that so because like think about it, like he wanted a race of people that looked nothing like him. Right. You know, you'd think if he was going to be like, oh, I want the world to be just like us Germans, they'd be, Eastern European, not Northern, like Nordic looking like people.
Yes. Are they? Is that okay? Now maybe I'm going on the crazy train here too. Are they saying that the Nordic people, are the closest to that rate? That
it would be.
Right, because think about it. As you go from the North Pole or the South Pole closer to the equator,
darker.
The people get darker. But, I mean, if you look at it logically, like Darwin and that...
They get more sun.
Yeah. Right, they get more sun. They need, more pigment to their skin to offset the being out in the sun so much and stuff. But, it's all in how you want to look at it, I guess. The way he looked at it was... the farther north they were, the more they were like these people from the inside of the earth.
Yeah.
See, the thing that I read said that the inner earth was filled with the Greys, basically, the lizard people, and they are docile, calm creatures. That basically we are a penal colony, and we were sent up here, like extradited up here.
That's very
to this part of the earth.
Biblical, like that's Eden on the inside of the earth, and we were kicked out of Eden to
exactly. Yep.
Okay.
And that now we've, due to cross breeding with whatever the hell else was up here, that's why we no longer resemble the Greys and stuff like this, and I just thought that was probably the craziest thing I've ever heard.
The craziest goddamn thing I've ever heard.
So Greys aren't actually aliens; they're just from the center of the earth, and yeah. So
would you care to comment on the lizard people?
No, there's no such thing as lizard people. That's pure fabrication.
Sure it is. We'll get him one day.
One day.
One day we keep roping him in.
He'll slip up.
Him and John Cusack. See, here's the thing, though. I don't know. To me, like the whole Inner Earth thing, when you guys said it, I was reminded of like the Hobbits, okay? Where it's the Lord of the Rings type thing. And that's what I think about when I think of Inner Earth. Because I think, weren't they called Inner Earth?
Oh, I know. Okay, so you're thinking of more of like the Journey to the Center of the Earth kind of thing with like Jules Verne, I think, wrote that, right?
No, I think he's talking about hobbits and stuff.
I'm talking about hobbits. Because weren't they in Center Earth?
Yeah.
Inner Earth?
Yeah.
Middle Earth.
Middle Earth, okay. Yeah. And that's basically what I was thinking, like, hobbits are in the Middle Earth, and they're running through the Shire and all this other stuff. And Mordor is the center of the earth type thing, and the orcs are, like, I don't know. So, I don't know. I went all over the place, and and I stopped researching it because I was like, I'm going to talk myself into a crazy ass frenzy.
You realize the Lord of the Rings was just a fictional novel, not a documentary.
I never read it, just watched the movie. It was a 3-part documentary, if I remember right, starring Bilbo Baggins, Frodo, and Samwise. So I was basically, now you fucked that up. So you're just saying it wasn't like it was a mockumentary, is what it was.
Oh God, Woody's the one who falls for the mockumentaries.
Yeah, that's true.
Megalodon.
One time it got me. Megalodon got me.
Well, see, here's the thing, okay? And let me just throw this up there. The whole Center Earth thing might have some credence just based on the fact that the two holes are at the North and the South Pole. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And they're frozen. That's where the water meets, so it doesn't go all running in the hole and flood them out. Could that be part of it?
They say something about an ice wall. It's very similar to flat Earth, is like what holds it out. Yeah, it's very crazy.
But they also say that like this has killed me. They're like proof of the hollow Earth theory is what are those icebergs? are fresh water and not salt water. I'm like, what? What? Okay, explain that one. And then they're like, and another proof of the hollow Earth is, and I'm like, wait.
Whoa, you just skipped right over that, son.
Yeah, I don't get where. So I don't know. Maybe they're saying that like they surround the hole, like George said, with ice to keep it from, flooding in. I don't know. I don't know.
It just all seems batshit crazy. Even I think it's crazy. And I'm into some weird shit when it comes to like theories and stuff. But
and sexual
I don't
adventures.
believe that the hollow earth makes any sense because there is just rock under the earth. And then there's magma, and then a core, a core. And I don't get it. I think it's stupid that they even brought up hollow earth as a theory.
Well, it's
you know what? I'm with DJ on this one.
Yeah, it's really bad because like the flat earthers are pretty much who come up with this. And It's like, oh, well, maybe it's not flat, maybe it's hollow. Like you couldn't be more opposite. So
well, that's correct. And if the earth was hollow just based on gravity, wouldn't it implode on itself ultimately?
Yes,
what? I don't know because I don't understand gravity at all.
No, it would implode because there wouldn't be anything holding it.
Because the whole pressure of space, right? Yeah. And the whole pressure of gravity, it would just be like you take like a pinata globe and you just push on it long enough, it's going to break. Even if it's with the same amount of force.
It's like crushing rat skulls.
That's what I'm talking about. But I don't think you would be able to crush rat skulls because they would eat your eyes out.
Like this.
And this is...
I just crushed my hand.
Like powder. I make rat powder. And then I powder my balls with rat skull. No chafe. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I mean, I can't believe that Woody believes in the hollow earth thing.
I absolutely don't believe in the hollow earth thing.
I think you do. I think
that my biggest thing that like tells that in my own brain that because I mean you're a lot of what you're going off of as far as science goes is what people have themselves proven and told us. Like how much experimentation have you done that the Earth is round kind of thing.
But I mean, have you ever been to space? Oh, it's that one, huh?
Right. So if you start thinking like that way, like I don't know why they would want to lie to me my whole life.
Yeah.
But right.
Wasn't Narnia the center of the earth?
No, Narnia was a different place altogether. But anyways,
like a different dimension.
So I guess like my whole thinking with gravity.
Well, he just dismissed that.
He did.
He's so mad because he plays the lion all the time, who represented God, by the way.
Okay. Anyways,
he did.
Okay.
The lion was God.
It was.
It was a biblical story. Go ahead, though, Woody. I'm sorry.
All right. So, anyways, the whole idea with gravity is the mass of the Earth. Okay. So if you took out 3/4 of the inside of the Earth, the mass would change, and I don't think it would have enough mass for it to, to have the gravity to keep us on the Earth.
Unless they're saying that the center of the Earth, the core, which is like their sun, unless they're saying it's way heavier than we ever thought, and that's where the rest of the mass comes from. But that's still crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy talk.
Just don't know.
I do.
I mean, I absolutely don't believe, because you've got people have been like tracking the planets and in the solar system and tracking the moon and things like that for much longer than we've been around. Like the Mayans and that. So how could those planets be out there and in their own orbits and continuously kind of
and then Earth is its own completely own thing. It doesn't follow the other model at all. It doesn't make any sense. Of course it follows the other model.
I would honestly say, out of the two theories, we've covered flat Earth and hollow Earth, that flat Earth makes more sense. And it's based on that I can't wrap my mind around that people aren't upside down. Okay? And so flat Earth makes more sense to me, and I would weigh a little more heavy to the I guess the Earth could be flat.
How are you still stuck on that, George? Like, are you joking?
I don't think he is.
I'm not joking. I swear to God.
I think if
I am not joking. I cannot wrap my head around how in the hell people don't seem upside down if they're on the bottom of the Earth.
Now, if I had to pick one of those two theories to run with, I would also pick flat Earth because hollow Earth just seems even more. Flat Earth seems batshit crazy too, but hollow Earth even seems worse to me. It's just complete nonsense. So is flat Earth, but hollow Earth is even worse.
I am totally not joking when it comes to that, Woody. Nobody has explained to me in a way that I can understand.
I'm glad you...
That I can go, yeah, you're 100% right.
I'm glad you added the "in a way that I can understand" part, because we explained it to you about 50 times.
Yeah. No. I mean, and you guys did. But to me, like, left is left, right is right, up is up, down is down, okay? Mm-hmm. And I don't understand how, if I'm standing on the North Pole, that person doesn't feel like they're upside down on the very bottom axis of Earth.
Up.
That doesn't make a bit of sense to
DJ,
me.
let me.
This is how I can tell.
Please.
Okay. Up and down. Oh, you got it?
Oh, pleast. Let me get this. Okay, George.
Because he does such a good job explaining gravity. So go ahead.
Well, at least I can admit that I don't understand it. You know, I mean, that it's real.
I'm admitting that I don't understand how people don't seem upside down.
Right. Okay. So let me explain this to you. The Earth is a ball. Okay. So up.
Correct.
Is everything outside of the ball. That's up. Is everything outside of the ball. Down.
Unless you're on the bottom of the ball.
No. There is no bottom. There is no top. It is a ball.
Let him finish, George.
Yes, there is.
Let him finish.
So you
explain what
up
down is.
Up is everything outside of the ball. Down is the center of the very, very center point of the ball. That is down. It's not north-south. It's out and in is up and down.
Yes.
That's how you have to think about it.
The center of the ball has a bottom, a top, and side.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
In space, there is no...
There's no upside down.
There is no upside down because it's all in where you are. What is relative to you?
You guys see the movie Gravity?
Yes.
No.
When she's tumbling through space, okay? Mm-hmm. She can only see Earth when she's facing it.
Yeah, because she's facing Earth or facing out.
Okay? When she falls the other way, she's upside down.
What other way?
Tumbling.
You're never upside down in 0G. You always feel inverted. You know your inversion table, George?
No. But the space shuttle flies upside down in space.
No, there is no upside down in space.
There is no upside down. Okay.
The space shuttle faces its cockpit down to Earth. It flies upside down because it has heat shields on the bottom of it. Am I correct?
From our perspective.
It flies... No. Don't even say that. It flies with its heat shields towards facing the center of the Earth.
It actually doesn't. It flies with the cargo bay doors facing Earth.
Yes, which is the top of the shuttle.
So the heat shield is actually on the other side. The heat shield is
I'm talking about when you're coming in to...
Yes, okay.
No, when they're orbiting, they orbit the Earth upside down.
No.
From our perspective, it is. Yeah.
Okay. If they look out George, the bottom of the space shuttle,
real quick.
Do they
George,
see
stop,
Earth?
Real quick. When you keep saying, from my perspective, that's like saying, I'm the center of the universe, and if something is different from me, then they're the different one, not me.
Maybe I believe that I'm the center of the universe.
I was going to say, you just explained George. Like, perfect.
No, I'm dead serious. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe the reason I can't view that is everything else around me is fake. If that's the case, then.
I can't argue with that.
Seriously, because I cannot prove that, Woody, you're real. Because you have a family, but I don't see your family running around right now. I see you in a studio. Okay?
So now they don't exist because they're out of your eyesight?
Yes.
Like, how how
Actually, there is a theory about that.
yeah, it's a very
and that's not that fucking crazy
it's a
if
very
you think about it.
egotistical, you know, I am the center of the universe. I am the only thing that exists, and everything else is just a figment of my imagination. That's like saying there is no other life out in the whole entire universe, not even a single cell organism other than what's on the planet Earth. Because
It's the old question. If a tree falls in the woods and no one's around, does it make a noise?
yeah, you can extend it out to that, right?
It's like Woody's
Okay.
famous quote, if you dip a cup in the ocean and there's no whales in it, to say, well, then there's no whales in the ocean. Did I quote you right, Woody?
Right. Yeah, you and what's his name quoted me? Neil deGrasse
Neil deGrasse.
Tyson. Yeah, he quoted me on that one too. I think I might have a lawsuit there. Like,
I would sue him because he's probably worth a little bit of coin. So if I dream that you sue him, you'll probably sue him.
Yes.
well, you know what? If I never tell you that I sue him, then I never sued him.
I don't even think he exists.
Well, yeah, he probably doesn't. He's some nerd I made up in my mind that I'm like, I want some guy to explain stuff to me. No, here's the thing. I really honestly have a hard time believing that people standing on the other side of the earth aren't upside down.
I understand.
That doesn't
you
make any
don't-
sense to me.
You don't
But here's the
understand.
thing then. I think I'm standing sideways then. If
Yes.
I just might have talked myself into.
Yes. But you're
Because
not,
I would
because
have
your
to be
feet-
sideways.
Your feet face the center of the earth.
Because the United States is not at the top. It's off to the side. Son of a
But
bitch.
George, the Earth is angled at 23 degrees.
Oh.
So that just puts you more towards the top.
Yeah, that puts it.
Well, maybe that's why I don't feel all whopper jawed then.
Just say Whopper John.
I did say whopper jawed, my friends. This is scientific talk. Okay, so, all right. So basically, somebody opposite of me on the exact. I don't know. God damn it.
I love that this whole show just turned into Flat Earth again, because that was one of my favorite shows.
I just think it's really like, I'm not trying to say that you're an egotist or that, you know, but it's to me that's just it's very egotistical sounding that, like, you can't understand that everybody has their own perspective.
It is, but that is a theory.
Prove me wrong, Woody.
Okay, people don't fall
You
off
have-
the bottom of the earth. If you go visit Australia, you're not going to fall off the bottom of the earth. When we went to, you and I, both together, went to the Bahamas, you did not fall over because you were
I did.
sideways.
I did, because I was drunk as hell.
Other than the fact when we were hammered, you did not fall off sideways. The ocean didn't run off the side of the planet.
No, you know what? But you also saw fish flying. So
Agree to
did you.
disagree.
I don't know.
I love that. I love that.
You saw them, didn't you see them? Or were you just humoring me?
No, I saw them, but I remember we were all like, we didn't see them, and
it's driving
he'd
me
be like,
nuts.
"There's one," and they just fly by. They go, "Hey, Woody,
Oh, I remember that all.
Yeah.
come in with us.
Follow me to the treasure, Woody.
We'll take you to the center of the earth. we're all fish have wings." Okay, so I just convinced myself, no thanks to you guys, that the earth, that we aren't upside down, because I'm actually to the side and I don't feel like I'm at the side. I'm putting myself, where my direct location is the direct center axis, where everything else is off towards me. Okay, that is completely ridiculous. I apologize for wasting 20 minutes of your guys' time on this show, an hour on the last one, and every other time I've referenced it. But I dare you to prove to me that everything else doesn't exist except for yourself.
You can't. You can't prove a negative. Or, I'm sorry. You can't disprove a negative. You can't say.
Well, yeah, you can.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't say something doesn't exist because I don't see it.
Yeah, you can. If it's the old adage. That's, you know what? That's part of the name of the show, the old adage. Okay, because I've used it like 10 times this show.
I like Whopper
right.
Jawed.
Whopper jawed, the old adage, a pimp this, boys, because this is about to blow your fucking minds. It's that question of, if God can do anything, can he make a rock he can't lift?
Yes.
Okay, but then they're like, I can't do everything. He can't lift the rock. Prove to me that Okay, I'm not okay. I guess you're right. Yes, is it egotistical for me to think that no one else exists but me? But I'm not convinced that it's not my program, and then Woody has his own little program and stuff.
The virtual
I don't know.
universe.
Okay, but
Yes.
how about this, George? Do you think that Jupiter exists? The planet Jupiter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
Have
you
you
can
ever
see it every night.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you seen it, like through a telescope, like where you actually saw the planet, not just a dot that somebody told you was Jupiter, or you used your phone to point up and it told you it was Jupiter? But have you actually seen it?
Like myself
Yes.
with my own two eyes?
Through a telescope.
I have not.
I have.
Okay. Then how do you know that it's real? If you can't believe that everything else is real, why do you believe that that's real? Why is that not
Because-
part of the simulation, or just a lie told to you?
Well, it could be
Government.
because I've never seen it.
Right. So if you go through your whole life thinking that way, that nothing is real until I've actually seen it and put my hands on it, your extent of knowledge is going to be, so small that just what's around you.
I'm not saying that's my belief, my 100% belief, but I'm not going to tell you that it hasn't crossed my fucking mind. That I'm like, maybe I'm in a dream and maybe I'm the only real thing that goes on. Because there's a whole thing. DJ brought it up at one of the earlier shows. And it was when we first started, okay? And I've been thinking about it ever since.
It really got in his head.
It really did. He said that what if everything else around you dies and you're the only real thing?
Oh, okay. That
You
you're
actually-
gonna
Because you never see,
everybody
you never
else.
see. Yes, you never see your death. Like, I've never been in a deadly traffic accident, right? But I've seen people that have, okay? So maybe I'm the only one that actually never dies. And that's the thing. I've never seen my own death. I've never been able to prove my own death. I don't know. I don't know. So basically, if you guys want to start a cult, just tell me something cool. I'll mill it around for 6 months or so, and I'm your man.
Yep.
I'm in. So...
It's
No,
trippy
but
to
honestly,
think about.
that's what got me thinking about that, DJ, was when you brought that up during the show.
And I did that on purpose just to plant that seed so I could get you later.
Yeah. Well, thank you, because it worked.
Woody's got his truck. We're starting the cult.
Yes.
It's just every time I think like that, I have a hard time. Like, I have definitely had those thoughts. Like, am I the only one in? Is everything else just an illusion, just a program? But for what reason?
I don't know.
Things don't need
But
a
my
reason.
thing is have you? Okay, yes, we've seen Model Ts, okay, but we never had evidence of a Model T driving down the road. You've never seen it with your own two eyes, okay? So how maybe that is part of the program is
Like our history
we need an
is
evolution
just
of cars.
a story.
Yes.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, and if you look at it, they teach history completely different in the South than they do the North, okay? And stuff. And so if there's different interpretations of it, which one is the actual real type thing? That's the thing that I mill around and go, oh God, maybe part of this is bullshit and part of it's real. That kind of
Well,
stuff.
the word is his story. That was my mind.
I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna eat a bullet tonight.
Hey, George, this might blow your mind. If since the time that you have been alive, okay,
Yes.
look, this is the only proof I can think of that, like, maybe you are the whole thing. Is from the time that you were born up until now, society and technology has moved at an astonishingly faster rate than it ever did beforehand. So maybe it is you.
I just thought of something else too. They do say a geocentric universe, right?
Yeah, Geo.
Maybe
George.
it stands for George.
Yeah. Well, all right. So now I'm just gonna go masturbate with power, okay? Because I'm the only one. So okay. So all right. So like, if you look at it, then and geography, geography,
Everything's about George.
geonomes. Everything is like geocentric.
It's all
universe.
just put in. Little hints have always been put in, and just you'd never seen it.
It's the Matrix. It's like what is that story where oh my God, Turner? Is that the one?
Turner and Hooch?
With Jim Carrey? No, with Jim Carrey. Truman Show.
Oh, yeah.
What if that's it, boys? What if you guys are paid actors to hang out with me?
Yeah, I mean, think of the Matrix. The head guy on the Matrix, Neo. That's very close to Geo.
It is.
Now you're just being a dick.
No.
Because, where were the Olympics? Rio. Close to Geo.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, so I don't, now you're just kind of being a dick. Like the first couple things I was like, hey, you boys are onto something. And all of a sudden,
had to take it
the
too
old
far.
a-hole,
Went too far.
the old team groom comes out and just starts. No, I don't know. Hollow Earth is bullshit. Now I'm convinced that people aren't upside down because I'm not walking sideways.
Or the center of the
and
universe.
everything. I don't know. I still could be the center of the. No, I'm just saying. I've thought about it repeatedly that maybe I'm the only real thing, and I'd bring the hate mail, whatever, because like what, and I know people are gonna be like, really, if you're the center of the universe, why did they make it 5'5", 235 pounds of raw steel and sex appeal? Well, I don't know. Maybe that's Narnia's image of me. I'm a lizard person, boys, and you're just all figments of my imagination. Until next time, everybody have a great one. Woody, tell them how they get a hold of us.
Go to the ShufflePod.com. You can email us. You can hit our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram page. You can also get to Facebook page of 3 Beers In, right from the network tab on the front page.
Yes. Thank you, boys, for doing that. I'll let Jim and Rob know about that.
And I liked the show. As of last week,
It
we
was
didn't listen
fun.
to it, and I did. I got off, and I immediately watched the whole thing, and it was great.
Yeah, have you seen
should've
how many
just-
plays that thing's got?
No.
Yeah.
Last I looked, it was like 450 some plays.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow, you're onto something.
I think so.
I'm very visual. I made myself that way in my own image. So,
He is the center of the universe, so
yeah, of course, I'm going to think, like, if you guys go look now, it's probably up to about 800 because I just thought that. So, I don't know, boys. This was fun. I think we did take a shallow dive into the Hollow Earth.
yeah.
Well, you can't really go too deep. There's nothing to it.
It's kind of crazy. I mean, how many theories of Hollow Earth do you have to have?
Right.
Yeah,
There's so many.
honestly, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, yeah, I mean,
Maybe it's this.
People
Maybe it's
expect a certain amount of content from us, and Hollow Earth, it's like, yeah, it's bullshit,
Yeah.
So we had to stray off that topic this time.
Do you think people actually expect content from us at this point?
They do.
Do
I
they?
think there's a handful. It's a large hand, like Shaquille O'Neal handful of people that are like, I don't even watch the news. I just listen to the ShufflePod. So, and pretty much they've got me completely feeling like I'm stupid because they're so knowledgeable about things. So, all right, boys. Until next time, have a good one. And if everybody wants to check it out, 3 Beers In, and also doing a show called From the Basement.
Yes.
It'll be under my music page. It'll be linked to the website also. So, all right, guys, have a great one. This was fun.
All right,
See
bye.
you guys.